Who are you and where are you from?
So I'm Elsa Couvreur and I come from Switzerland.
Nice. So what do you do?
I do a solo show called The Sensemaker.
Mm,
And it's about, when you're on the phone for ages with a customer service and you have to wait on this silly music with
yeah.
um, a recorded voice telling you endlessly that your request is being processed. Well, I kind of made a show about that.
Your call is
And
important to us.
yes, exactly this. And so I'm asked to stay on hold and then to perform like some tasks to process my request. So basically, it's like, how far would you go?
Oh my God, that's a really interesting concept. That's cool.
Awesome.
How did you think that up? Were you just on a call center for a call and you were like, I wonder how far
Well,
someone would go?
to be fair, I don't quite remember because it was a long time ago.
Mm,
Um, but I think I just somehow had the idea of the phone, and then I started playing with recorded voices online.
mm,
And who, it sounds really silly when you make them say specific things in like a certain order. Like it sounds really robotic. And I just started to write the text like that. I think I didn't get like the concept from the start, but it came with the writing.
If somebody was going to bring a friend and the friend didn't know anything about it, and how would you describe your performance? How would you describe like the experience to someone who had no idea what they were walking into?
It's the kind of show that's really funny until it's not funny anymore. I think it's pretty um, relatable, and you laugh along until the moment you question the situation.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to have. So it's not really dark comedy. I mean, yeah, I guess dark comedy is like the closest, but yeah, the
Mm,
experience as an audience member, I think, is
mm.
um, laughing until you stop laughing.
Why do you art?
Oh, why do I
Yeah.
art? Uh,
Yeah.
that kind of happened by chance as well,
Okay.
because I'm trained as a dancer, and I did so much dance when I was younger that at some point my parents were like, "Well, maybe you should go to a professional school because that way we don't have to drive you to your dance classes every day."
Nice.
So I started to go to professional school when I was 15. At the time, it's like I just like to dance and I wanted to dance more. So I think those were like my reasons to art at the time, and I didn't really have in perspective what I would do later.
Yeah.
So it just kind of happened. But I think the moment that I started to make shows, because there's difference between dancing in them or making them. Well, partly was because I didn't find a job as a dancer, but partly because
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to make my own stuff. Like I felt like I was more of a person that writes the show than a person who performs it, and that my training as a dancer was just a way to make shows in the end. So yeah. Also, I think what's really great for me about making shows is that I get to share with people like the things I have in my head and
Mm,
realize that they can relate to that.
yeah.
I think as an artist, that's a really cool feeling when you think that you like might be the only one to laugh at some jokes or to have that kind of sense of humor or to
Yeah.
be like moved by certain things, and then you put them on stage and you realize that a lot of people relate to them and they can um, grasp it. So yeah.
And then the last question is, what does the Dunedin Fringe Festival mean to you?
Well, actually, it's the first one that I applied to when I thought about
Ah,
going on tour in Australia and New Zealand.
yeah.
Um, I think for me, it's always um, very exciting to meet new audiences in
Mm,
places, like especially in places that I know nothing about. Um, so that will hopefully be the case in Dunedin. To meet other artists as well is always a great experience, especially in fringe festivals, because you have like a different kind of art that you would mainly not that you would sometimes not see in mainstream um, theaters or
yeah.
festivals. So it's great to see like out of the box
Yeah.
shows and meet
Yeah.
out of the box people.
Yeah, that's true.